Alright, let's jump back into this. So I think I'm going to just add a little bit of shadow to the back of his arm. Okay. And a little bit the back of his ear. Probably wouldn't get much. Okay, so alright, so let's work on this little guy. So I'm just gonna alpha lock him. And I think he needs to be a little lighter color. Maybe even a gray would be better for him. I kind of like that. We'll make him gray, and then we'll give him a white coloring to him. Yeah, we'll give him some white. Here, is he alpha locked? Yes, he's alpha locked. Gotta make sure I alpha lock. I wonder if I should make his undercolorings like this. I feel like that might look a little better. Let's see if I erase these lines. Oh yeah, I kind of like that a little better. Okay. So we'll add a little pinkness to under his lower the opacity. So I'll add a little pinkness under here, just to really show that they're the insides of his ears. And let's see, what else do we want to do here? Let's give him some white. Let's give him some white here too. And then we'll the bottom of his feet. No, his feet should be completely pink, I think. Their feet are like completely pink usually. That's a weird looking pink. We'll go with this one. I guess they don't really have to be. We'll go with the white underneath, since he's with his little tiger friends. We'll go with the white underneath, and then we'll go with should we go with like little shoulder, elbow? Yeah, whatever, why not? We'll keep that. We'll give him a pink nose. We'll put his nose on the same layer as the other noses. Let me get rid of this. Alright. I'm going to get rid of these lines in the mouth because I don't really need those there. Because I can always just, it's easier to just draw in the mouth completely. the same way I always do. So boom, this little tongue. Add some little teeth here. Yeah, it's not bad. Make the tooth white. I'll give him some pearly whites. Yeah, that looks a bit better. And also, let me flatten out this tongue a little bit. And we'll give him a little bit of depth here, just to kind of sell it. I'll give him a little more depth. There we go. That looks nice. Alright, let me color the rest of this little pumpkin in. So these parts are usually like a beigey, kind of almost greenish kind of color, I think. Not really sure, but this is the color that I feel like they are usually. Somewhat kind of like a beige, olive-ish, olive kitteridge-ish green. I also want to get that orange in the back of the pumpkin. I don't want to miss that. Okay. Color in the lollipop. For now, we'll just make it. We'll just color it white for now. Maybe we'll make it like a red and white stripe later on. Alright, great. So let's give him some shadows. Oh, his shadows are going to be crazy though with the light, aren't they? So we'll do it on the same layer. I should have saved that color to my palette. Because now we have to go like this. Actually, I can get it from there. That's fine. That's easier. Normal. 30%. Alright, so I'm gonna select him. I'm gonna put it on my shadow layer. Okay, so the light's gonna be coming up really bright from here, which means the top of his arm is gonna be shadow. And here's probably gonna be shadow, but not much. Top of his ears and all up here is probably going to be in shadow. And the top part of his face is going to be in shadow. I think the rest is probably not going to be. But what I can do is like go like this. And I can fade a little bit of it away. Just choose the eraser and just fade some of it away, fade most of it away. Alright, let's get some shadows on this pumpkin. So I'm going to select the pumpkin, go back to that layer and Select the pumpkin, back up to the shadow layer. What do I feel like? Oh, there we go. So this is definitely going to be dark. I can just do the whole thing like this. That's going to be mostly in shadow. Let me erase away this, and we will add. So this shadow is going to be on just the back ends of the candy. And I'll also add just a little bit of overall shadow. There we go. Alright, so another thing I'm going to do, let's see, what's the best way to do this? Is to not use the airbrush. Okay, so when I do shadows on this pumpkin, it's going to be mostly the very bottom. All that's going to be bright. All that's going to be bright. Might be a little bit here, a little bit here, where things get sort of stuck in between, but everything else is going to be fairly bright. So I think we're looking pretty good right now with this. Okay. So I'm gonna get rid of these layers. I'm gonna bring back my tiger, and I'm just going to export this because I really like it. Alright, so I'm going to save. Actually, another thing I can do is I can flatten it, copy it, unflatten it. I'll bring it down here, paste it, and that way we have it for later. Let me get some water. Okay. Alright, so I really like this, I do like this color. This color is really nice. But it needs to be dark. Might as well just get rid of this, actually. Well, let's see what happens if I make it dark. Try out some different. I always try out those. Yeah, I think we just need a dark. Let me clear this. We just need a dark background, I think. Maybe a little more purplish. So if they're orange, purple is always going to look really good against, the orange is always going to look really good against purple. So Okay, he's good there. Let's see what it looks like so far with all the other rascals. Okay. So far so good. So let's group all these. You know what, we'll leave the sketches where they are. But I'm going to group all these, and then I'm going to find a position for them. I think that looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. The only thing that I could see is maybe it just needs to be a little further over. Maybe they could be like a little further down. I mean, it looks kind of nice. I think I'm happy with that. Yeah, I'm liking that so far. I think that looks pretty good. So I'm going to take that group and I'm actually going to make everything a bit smaller. I guess I took the background layer too. And I'm just going to put them a little bit more centered. Let's take the background layer and just make it, we'll just fill this space with it. That's better. Okay, so feeling good about that. Minimize that layer. So now what we can do is, alright, what layer is this? What is this? All these empty layers. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm just going to put a, I guess it doesn't really have to be a darker orange. I'm just going to put a lighter orange behind this. And actually I might just go with I don't know what color light I want it to be. I feel like it would be very like a yellowish light. Yeah, something like that. Alright, let me get rid of this, let me get rid of these. There's one thing I didn't do yet. I didn't get rid of the lines. I knew there was something I was forgetting. Let me do it with the dark background, actually. No, then I won't be able to see it. I'll do it with the light background. Okay, so what did I use for the other one? I used like an orange, but like a darker, sort of muted orange. Alright, I think that'll work. So let's see where the line work is. We'll alpha lock it. And we'll just get rid of some of this like outer line work. I think it needs to be a little darker still, because it is important to see it in some instances. So I really don't want to get rid of it entirely. Like here, it can be it's a little too light. We'll use a lighter orange. Yeah, we'll use this color for the bits of black that are against white. I'm just using beige instead of the orange color, because the orange color doesn't really make sense for that kind of, for the white bits. Beige looks okay though. I wasn't sure if it was going to look good for the eyes, but it kind of does look nice to just get rid of it, I must say. It just makes it look so different when you kind of get rid of that harsh black line over all your work. It really changes so much. It gives it such a different look. I keep most of the black. I'm not sure if I want to do the... Yeah, I like that. I'll just keep the black from the eyelashes. Everything else I'll make beige. I'll keep the black around the nose. Make these lines beige. Then I'll go back to the darker orange for these. I guess same goes for the pumpkin too. Pumpkin doesn't need any black lines, I don't think. Change all those lines to brownish color. Okay, so we'll do the same for this guy. Lighten up this orange, really get rid of those lines. And that can be beige. Turn this orange. These can be orange. Actually, orange doesn't look bad over all these lines for this guy. We'll change all of his to that orange color. And ears I'll make darker. For the white bits, we'll use this beige color. Of course, we'll leave the black for the different eye bits and the lips and stuff. We'll leave black. Inside of the ear, we'll just make kind of a darker ochre color. Alright. How about we do some color on that, that lollipop? I feel like we should I make red and white? Yeah, I'll make it red and white. Just because it's such a classic color. Probably should have looked at one to kind of see what they look like, rather than just, you know, drawing one from my imagination. But oh well. Add in some stripes just to make it like legit. I don't know if this makes it legit or not. Okay. I think that's looking pretty good. Okay, so let me see what happens with this blue. So this is difference at 15%. Difference at 15%. Let's make it normal and let's make it 100. Copy that color. Just out of curiosity. Alright, so I copy that color. I'm gonna put it back on difference. And we'll put it back on 15%. Okay, so I'm curious what happens if I just throw it over everything. Set it to difference and set it to 15%. Curious if I, oops. I'm trying to find a place to click off of this. That looks quite nice. I kind of like it. I might not even have to have this so dark. Yeah, so yeah, I really like it. I like that actually. Alright, so the next thing we need to do is we need to get this light going. So we need to figure out this light source. I have a feeling that I might not be able to get through this layer. So what I'm going to do is merge these down. Merge this down because I don't think I need to separate them anymore. I got rid of all the lines. So really I can merge the line work as well. So let me merge that down. I'm going to select all of this. And I'm going to select this. Let me copy this color because I really like that color. So now I can just have it over them. Difference 15%. Okay, and I'm gonna turn it back on for our mama tiger. Okay, so now we have this layer, and how do I want to do this? Probably needs to be white inside. Let me try good old add inside. Yeah, that's what we need. Nice add inside. And what else can we do with this? So let's go back to that yellow color. Since we want it to be a yellow glow, let's see what works better. If I do it above this, what happens when we turn this to add? I thought I merged the line work. What is... I guess I didn't. Let me delete this and... Oh, I didn't change the line work for that little guy. It's a good thing I didn't. I forgot to change his line work. So we're just gonna go with like a... We'll just darken this tan a little bit. And then he should be good to go. Quick. Browner. That might need to be a little darker just because of these feety lines. I don't want to lose the detail in his little toes. Leave the hands black just because there's so much detail. I don't want to lose that detail. Feels so nice to get rid of all those dark lines. I need to make these a little darker. I'll just make these a little darker just because I don't want to lose that detail. So okay. Alright, that's good. So let's go back to our light. So we'll make an add layer. We'll go to yellow. Let me see what my trusty light pen looks like if I go around the edge like this. Really want to accentuate that glow from the inside of the mouth. go for the nose too. Alright. That's looking good. And I'll lower the opacity. I actually don't want to lower it too much. Actually, I probably don't want to lower it at all, because if it's that bright, it's going to be that bright underneath his feet. Okay, so let me take an airbrush, and then we can kind of just glow it up. I'm going to select that, bring it back up here. You lighten it up a little bit. And now I'm just going to hit where this light is coming out. Looks like it's exploding. That might be a little too bright. I don't know. Maybe just not make it so bright. I want it bright, but I don't want it like exploding. I think that's better. I'm gonna bring this yellow a little lighter. Okay. So we'll just brighten this up. Make this a little darker. I think I need to it just needs to be darker, I think. Oh, what layer am I? Am I on the wrong layer? Okay, so we're just going to touch, I'm going to make a new layer. I'm going to select just these guys, and I'm going to put some yellow on them. I don't know if I want to do it with the airbrush or with the, might look good with just a harder airbrush. Oh, I need to merge. I need to merge this. I need to merge. Okay, so now I can select all of them. I had their noses and stuff separate. What? Okay. I think I just need to merge everything. Merged. Okay, so now they're merged. So I do it this way so I can really see where the light's going. Oops. And so the bottom of this guy is going to be really he's going to be getting a lot of it. See his little lip, this little nose area. You're going to be getting a lot. This is going to be getting a little bit. Okay, it's looking good so far. His little mouth and muzzle is going to be getting a lot of this light. His little feet are going to be getting a lot. And with these back feet and this leg, it's going to be getting a lot. Alright, that looks pretty good. Looks messy now, but we'll fix that. So we'll have to pick a color that we want. Add always looks great. And add really looks nice. I really like that. I really like that. Now let's see how the light pen looks. Only for the really bright parts. So his foot would be, you know what, it's very, I'm going to do a new layer. I'm going to do the light. Yeah, that new layer is good because I really want this to be, he's standing right over it, so it has to be bright. Yeah, I kind of do want to put some it's just, I want it a little brighter. Okay. Alright, that's looking pretty good, I think. I'll add a little bit brighter to this, and maybe to those little nose. Under here. He's right over it, so anything that's facing directly down, I just want to give. We'll give a little rim even here. Since that's right over it. Give the candy a nice some nice pops of light. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. So let me go back to the light layer and just erase away some of the. Let's see if I make it a little brighter. Yeah, that actually looks better. So I'll make it brighter and then I'll erase away some of the edges. Just erase away some of those hard edges. Just because the hard edges they don't look too natural, I don't think. I mean, I guess if all the edges were soft, it would look natural, but I don't know, I just think it just gives it a nice aesthetic if the light is sort of blended in. Okay, so let me add some brightness to the other cat as well. Actually I can add it to the same layer, to be honest with you. So let me go here and just do the same thing. So the light would be here. I don't want it to color over. Oh good, it's not. I was worried that it was going to color over the other tigers, but I guess that is true. They're not even in that selected layer. This actually goes against the original shadow that I made earlier, but that's okay. We'll add some brightness here. should have merged this earlier. Merge, select, whoops, and go back up to that layer so that I can just add okay, I think this looks pretty good. Okay, so let me just fade some of this out and sort of make it look a little more natural. Okay. That looks pretty good. And so yeah, it's kind of strange because a lot of this would actually be, see if I can change this shadow. Because a lot of these shadows would actually be where the light is. Although he's a little bit further back, so I don't know. So maybe it doesn't actually need to have as much light. Let me get rid of some of it too, because he is, or she is, you know, a lot taller. So the light's bright, but it's not like, maybe I want to put her in actually more shadow. Okay, so that's the next thing I need to do. I think this looks pretty good. The next thing I need to do is, oh, this is 54, so let me take a break.